Let me warn you now that this video is highly unsettling. This case, among the many alarming ones I've read about online, is the one that has given me pause about living. Well, then, let's get started. We're going back to Medford, Oregon, for this tale. Using a baseball bat, 50-year-old Aaron Fryer met his untimely end in October 2017. While several theories have been proposed, one suggests that the man's abusive behavior towards his daughter prompted the crime. This was no random act of violence. His 15-year-old daughter was among those responsible for plotting the crime. Her boyfriend and a buddy stepped in to assist her. What, though, could motivate a 15-year-old to kill her father? Maybe the abuse finally drove the youngster to kill her father when she was only 15. And Michelle Robinson, Aaron's girlfriend, stated, "He loved his girls above anything, and I know his heart is breaking right now." So, there was never any proof of it. Okay, let's back up and get to know the murderers. South Medford High School had a student named Gavin McFarlane. Ellen went to the same school. Yup, the offspring of Aaron. It was there that they first became acquainted with one another. This was followed by their initial online conversation. The only snag was that Gavin was 19, and Ellen was only 15. And you can see where this is headed from here. Their relationship was very improper, and everyone they knew was totally against it. This resulted in Ellen's teenage wish to get the rug pulled out from under it. Similar to a variant of Romeo and Juliet, perhaps. No longer could she see her boyfriend. I mean, come on. Like in every other love story, she would sneak out of bed at night to see her sweetheart. We can all see that Aaron was correct in putting his faith in her daughter, but poor Ellen was too caught up in her feelings to realize it. However, the truth eventually found its way to Aaron. Once it did, the cranky old guy wasted no time taking action. The father visited Gavin at home to tell him to keep his distance from his daughter. Russell, however, entered the scene with a cunning idea. And you can guess what our intention was. Originally, they had planned on doing it the year after Ellen turned 16, but she insisted that they hurry up and do it now. Okay, so she claimed that her father was abusing her. She was probably just being severe, and she let Gavin and Russell know they would be parents. In any case, they intended to get started right away, but they were just beginners. After a few tries, they were able to successfully kidnap Aaron. And this happened right after Aaron had taken Ellen out for Burger King and a day of retail therapy as a surprise. As Russell waited outside with a machete as backup, Ellen offered her Prince Charming an aluminum baseball bat to do the job. Gavin entered the building and completed the task. What was Ellen's thought process there? There may be a happily ever after. So, Gavin brought Russell in to clean, but Russell admitted he couldn't clean up after seeing Aaron's condition. Using a towel for his head and a blanket for the rest helped him become comfortable. They transferred the body to Russell's car as Ellen and her dog escaped with the money from her father's wallet. To abandon her dog like that is awful. Then, with Ellen's body in the trunk, they went to the store to get some food. The work must have worn you down. To sum up, they did not have a reliable means of egress. The news that Ellen wasn't the violent type shocked everyone at South High. Everyone at school agreed that she was the nicest person around. The sociable variety. However, Ellen is a skilled player in answering tough questions. Even though she was only 15, she communicated effectively with the police. The authorities could crack her code quickly and figure out when she was lying. In contrast to Ellen, however, Russell discusses all topics openly. They must thus already own them. Recall when she told you she was expecting, did you? She did tell a fib to get the males excited, though. Everything Ellen said may have been a lie, as she appears to have been a habitual liar. Russell and Gavin thought she was pregnant. Gavin was very responsible. He intended to resolve the conflict through dialogue. That's what he claims, at least. Please see this video in its entirety, 1 minute, 28 seconds, 50 seconds. However, it is also possible that it is a falsehood. Gavin was given a life sentence with the possibility of parole in 25 years after pleading guilty to murder and aggravated burglary. Ellie admitted to planning a murder and received a 25-year sentence in a juvenile detention center due to her guilty plea. After first pleading no contest, Russell eventually pleaded guilty. He was given a 7.5-year prison term with parole eligibility after 3 years.